Children's Bible, Numbers 20 through 24. Balaam and the king of Moab. Balak, the son of Zippor, was king of the Moabites at that time, and he feared the children of Israel, for he knew of all that they had done to the Amorites. So he sent messengers to Balaam at Pethor in the north, saying, There is a people come out from Egypt. They cover the whole land, and are close to my country. Come therefore, I beg you, and curse this people for me, so that I may conquer them and drive them out of the land. For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. The elders of Moab and the elders of Midian came to Balaam with Balak's message. And Balaam said to them, Stay here this night, and I will answer you tomorrow when the Lord has spoken to me. So the elders of Moab stayed with Balaam, and God said to Balaam, What are these men who are with you? Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent them to me, Balaam answered, so that I may help him to drive out a people come from Egypt. And God said to Balaam, You shall not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed. So Balaam rose up in the morning and said to the messengers of Balak, Go back to your land. The Lord refuses to let me go with you. And the elders of Moab rose and went back to Balak and told him that Balaam refused to come with them. So Balak sent other messengers, a greater number and more honorable than the first. And they came to Balaam and said to him, We bring a message from Balak, the son of Zippor. Let nothing prevent you from coming to me, I beg of you. For I will give you very great honors. I will do whatever you tell me. I beg you then to come and curse this people for me. Balaam answered the servants of Balak, saying, If Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord to do less or more. So I ask you also to stay here this night, so that I may know what the Lord will say further to me. And God came to Balaam at night and said to him, If the men come to call you, rise up and go with them, but you shall do as I shall tell you. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. And God was angry because he went, so the angel of the Lord stood in the way to oppose him. Now Balaam was riding upon his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. And the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his sword drawn in his hand. So the donkey turned aside out of the way and went into the field. Balaam beat the donkey to turn her back onto the path, but the angel of the Lord stood in a path of the vineyards, a wall being on both sides. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pushed herself against a wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall. So Balaam beat the donkey again. The angel of the Lord went further in a narrow place where there was no way to turn, either to the right or to the left. And when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam. Balaam was still more angry, and he beat the donkey with a staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, What have I done to you that you have beaten me these 3 times? And Balaam said to the donkey, Because you have mocked me. I wish there were a sword in my hand, for now I would kill you. Then the donkey said to Balaam, Am I not your donkey, upon which you have ridden ever since I became yours? Have I ever treated you this way before? No, said Balaam. So God opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his sword drawn in his hand. And he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said to him, Why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? I went out to oppose you, because your way is against me. The donkey saw me and turned from me these 3 times. If she had not turned from me, I would surely have killed you and saved her life. Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I did not know that you were standing in the way against me. So now, if it displeases you, I will go back again. But the angel of the Lord said to Balaam, Go with the men, but you shall speak only the words that I tell you. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam had come, he went out to meet him in a city on the furthest border of Moab. And he said to Balaam, Did I not urgently send for you? Why did you not come to me? Am I not able to give you great honors? And Balaam answered, You see that I have come to you, but I have now no power at all to say anything. I shall speak only the words that God puts into my mouth. The next day Balak brought Balaam up to a high place, so that he could see all the camps of the people of Israel. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Build here 7 altars, and prepare 7 oxen and 7 rams." So Balak did as Balaam said, and together they offered on every altar a bullock and a ram. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stand by your burnt offerings, and I will go and see whether the Lord will come to me. Whatever he commands me I will tell you." And Balaam went to the top of a hill, and God met him and said to him, "Return to Balak, and you shall speak the words that I give you." Balaam returned to Balak, who was standing by the burnt offerings with all the princes of Moab. And Balaam spoke. But the words that he spoke were blessings upon Israel and not curses. 3 times the sacrifices were offered, and each time the words of God given to Balaam were words of blessing. And these are the words. "How goodly are your tents, O Jacob, and your tabernacles, O Israel! As the valleys they are spread forth, as the gardens by the riverside, as the sweet aloe trees which the Lord has planted, and as a cedar tree beside the waters. God brought you forth out of Egypt. He shall eat up the nations your enemies, and shall break their bones, and pierce them through with his arrows. Blessed is he who blesses you, and cursed is he who curses you." Then Balak was very angry with Balaam, and he said, "I called you to curse my enemies, but now you have blessed them these 3 times. Flee then to your own country. I thought I was to give you great honor, but the Lord has kept you back from honor." And Balaam answered, "Did I not say to the messengers you sent to me, if Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of the Lord, to do either good or bad? But I will speak as the Lord tells me. And now I go back to my people. But before I go, I will tell you what this nation shall do to your nation in times to come." And Balaam made this prophecy, "There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall strike the land of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth. Edom shall be conquered, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come a man of great power, and he shall destroy all that remains of the city." Then Balaam rose and returned to his own country, and Balak also went his way.